All right. I think we might be live. I think we should be. Yep. Okay. Perfect. All right. So, I have been working today on this Halloween wallpaper. Spent about 2 hours on it earlier today, and I had to put it down. I was having all kinds of technical issues. Also, I was getting kind of hangry, so I had something to eat. And I'm going to dive back in. I did a couple of things on my system to try to improve things a little bit. Fingers crossed. Because that was no fun. I did not enjoy what was happening earlier. I think we're in good shape now. We should be, hopefully, in a better place. I was running out of hard drive space on my Photoshop scratch drive, which was causing a bunch of problems. True story. So, anyway, so now we're back. Hopefully things will be moving a little bit more smoothly. All right, I was working on this particular house. Okay. And I was shading it, but I was shading it not where it's going to sit in the document. I think that was a mistake, because this lighting, I don't like this lighting over here now that it's in place where it should actually go. And I can see kind of what's covered up and the whole thing. So I don't want to do that again. That was a mistake. Oops. That is my Discord. Let's see how this goes. I was using my tablet earlier. I may break it out again. Trying to avoid doing it just because I'm a little bit lazy. It's a little bit clunky. I don't have a ton of desk space right now, so if I can, I'm going to avoid breaking it out. Make a black shadow layer. Invert the mask. Okay, and then when I paint with white, I will get black. So I tend to do, or I'm doing this, I don't tend to do any particular thing with Photoshop, I would say, but I'm doing this just because the exposure layer is handy, but it can, even if you're at 100% white on the mask for the exposure layer, at that point it's not going to get any darker without affecting the rest of the layer, which I don't always want to do. Having just a spot kind of shadow layer like this in black makes it just easier to control the specific darkness for parts of it that I want to. Although I'm using a brush and I'm being really not very careful, and this is not necessarily going to look super great. Because the shadow's a little bit clumpy up here because I'm not really super focused. So a lot of times, and especially if I'm working on a big document and I have something really close up that I'm working on like this, I like to have the navigator open so that I can see the changes that I'm making in the rest of the document, the context of the rest of the document, because you really can't get an appreciation for how everything is going to fit in your document until until it's sitting where it's supposed to be and the changes are made and everything's kind of contextualized. I don't know if I'm making any sense. But it's like when I was making the edits for the lighting on this cabin, and I had pulled the cabin out, it's really hard to stop from... Oh, son of a bitch. It's really hard to light it for the right area without it being the right area. And also it's hard to get it to look right if you can't see everything. Take in the sort of full effect of what your changes are. This is almost too subtle. Ooh, shit. So this tree has a bunch of haze, and the whole thing is surrounded by kind of a blue atmospheric haze. So that sort of sets... Well, it tells me that I need to obscure this house with blue atmospheric haze. Not quite ready to do that. I don't have the lighting quite how I want. I'm gonna have to break out my tablet again, which is fine. But I need a little bit more detail-y type stuff over here. Although it does look pretty close, it looks pretty good to me. I'm fairly happy with that. And like I mentioned in the previous episode, there's a big chunk taken out of this house, the roof of this house, because it's just a lot of vines and branches and things in front of the house in the source photo. And I didn't try to do anything to edit them out. Oh, that looks bad. I need to try to hide that a little bit if I can, because that looks not good. Okay, that helps. That's my shading layer that I had. What did that do? Okay, all right. Kind of forgot about that shading layer. I like that shading layer a lot. Yeah, it makes the house stand out a little bit more. I'm gonna move these gravestones over just a smidge. So that they're not competing for this portion of the sky right here. What tree is this? Okay, and then is that the other one? Wow, what the hell? What do I want to do here? So I'm clearing some of the trees out because now that I'm actually focusing on that part of the document, I don't like the huge tangle, the huge clutter of trees. It's just too disorganized the way that I had it. So anyway, what I'm doing, I'm pulling some of the trees out and just sort of evaluating each tree, sort of what does it add, what does it get me? What is this one? I don't... Yeah, I did that trying to color the ground, trying to highlight it, but it just looks like it's not even there. Ugh, I don't like that. Let's see. Y'all probably can't see this. Anyway, I have a grass brush. It works okay. It's not the greatest. What I would like to do, I'm gonna do it with a proper fill layer. Pick a color. Swap out the mask. All right, and what I'm trying to do is for this hill. Oh, I should have zoomed out. I'm gonna have to do this a time or two. All I want to do is I want to obscure the hard edge of this this hill. So all this needs is some grass shapes. This grass brush is actually working perfectly for what I need. Okay, and now now it doesn't look just like a circle. That's all I wanted to do there. And I pulled the sorry, my brain stopped because I was thinking. The atmosphere. I thought I turned off 2 of the atmosphere layers without intending to. Okay, that's what was going on. That's why my brain just completely shut down there for a second. Is this the okay? I had wanted a fairly dense canopy of trees initially, and so I put a bunch of trees there, and that's sort of what that was for. But I'm rethinking that. Again, now that I'm actually in here thinking about this portion of the composition, I don't necessarily, I'm just these trees are too fucking big. Reevaluating some of the sort of snap decisions I made earlier. I'm not sure how these are. No, that wouldn't have done anything. Okay. That's fine. Oh, okay. I've rotated. Oh, okay. I must have flipped it at some point. I don't remember flipping it, but clearly I have. Back house. Okay. Okay, yeah, I want to move this back a little more, but still in front of this house. I want to move it behind some of this other grass specifically. For anybody wondering. Okay, how does that look? Oh, whoops. Huh. All right, I'm gonna put. All right, I like the idea of this tree being more associated with this back house. Specifically, oops, if I can get the, okay. So, raise this house up a little bit. So now I can have kind of a secondary little vignette, I guess. Just another house, kind of a little bit more storytelling that I can have over here. I'm gonna have the house. These graves. I just gotta figure out how to get everything arranged so that it can be seen and kind of read properly. That is definitely not it. Okay. I want to have the definition. I need the corner of the porch. This tree's gonna need to be adjusted a little. Color is. Okay, I like that. I don't have a use for that tree right there. What about this one? Okay, yeah, it looks better without the trunks, but now there's something up here that's missing. I need to put something over here. And that'll probably be sort of like what I'm doing here, branches to kind of creep in along the top edge. I'm wondering if my webcam is picking up my cat snoring. Probably. I'm looking at the sound output. Yeah, probably. Oh well. Don't make fun of her. She's sorry. This is the kind of thing I ought to do with my tablet. What the fuck is... What? What is that? That is a horrible masking job. Oh, that's terrible. This whole thing is masked pretty badly. This is pretty much what it looks like. It's actually not masked that badly at all. It's got a bit of an outline, but not that bad. Although, yes, probably shouldn't have holes in it. what is happening with... I'm clearly going over these parts of this document with this brush. What the hell is happening? What the fucking shit? Go. Oh my god, what are you doing? Photoshop is being... I don't know. Feisty. I don't know what the heck. It is doing some wacky stuff. Okay, maybe that'll look a little less ragged. Like maybe 1% less ragged than it did a minute ago. Oh, that still looks like ass. I need to fix that. Or maybe I don't. We'll see when it saves. All right, let me... Oh, come on. Sorry about that. Okay, well, there's fewer holes in it. It does look a little 1% better, like I said. Yeah, right. Oops. Apologies again if you can hear my cat snoring and just like groaning generally. This is very half-assed. I should be doing this with my tablet. Why am I not? Watch your head, Clam. That's the wrong way to do this. That makes more sense. Okay, now it really shows how off my treatment of this tree is. Compared to the house, at least. They are very inconsistent. 20 feels pretty good. 20% opacity for the atmospheric haze back there. It's better. I'm going to have to hit the tree with my tablet and actually clear it out and do it right and shade around the branches that are crisscrossing over each other, because right now it looks okay, but it needs a bunch of additional TLC that I have not thus far given it. Okay. I'm very hesitant. I really want to get my tablet out, but I don't have that much longer on stream. So I almost want to save all of that for next time. Tomorrow, I guess. When I can really get in there and do like what I did with the cobblestones here. Go over each one, each branch with the highlight. Make sure the light's right on it. Right. I need to do that with most of this crap. But I am feeling really pretty happy with how this is going. This was such a slog in the beginning. It still is a slog. But it's getting better. And I am happy with the results. Or getting happy with the results. I'll have to fix that later. Got a bunch of stuff in here from much earlier that I need to get rid of. This was my AI prompt that I started with. I'll use AI for inspiration. I don't put any AI generated stuff in my compositions. I've played with it, but I don't. That feels like a slippery slope, and it feels like people are not going to take me seriously if I start doing that. Not that they're really taking me seriously right now, but you know what I mean. Like this just it feels like a doesn't feel like I'm making art if I do it anymore. If I put AI stuff in there, but I do feel like AI is really good for idea generation and inspiration. I'm a big fan of using it for that. So I do. All right. See, this feeling, this happiness, this satisfaction when I toil and toil and toil and finally the document starts coming together. It's not even that it looks like how I imagine it in my head, because I don't really imagine what this is going to look like. I don't feel like I have a very good visual imagination. Some people are just not good at imagining things in their head. I think I'm one of them. Like visualizing pictures in my head, I'm not good at. But this is a vibe. And the vibe is starting to come together. And that's what feels really good right now. That's why I'm happy about this composition. Even though the branches on this particular tree look like shit. Ugh. Anywho, so I'm pretty happy. I'm gonna end it here. I'm actually gonna be streaming again very shortly, but I'm gonna end it here. If you checked out the VOD, bless you. I hope you enjoyed it. You get to hear me rambling on and on about the minute changes I'm making in Photoshop. It seems like there's an endless amount of stuff to do. And we'll tackle the rest of it next time. But as always, thank you very much if you checked in. If you enjoyed any part of this, please give me a follow or check out my YouTube. If you can look at previous streams of this document, or you can check out my ArtStation too, where I have other previous works that you can check out if you want to see the other work that I've done. It's on my profile. But until next time, have a good night.